I couldn't find my footage for the review, so I thought it might be quite amusing to give you this footage of a man getting the electric chair instead. Ah, just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you. No, I'd rather show you some footage of a man getting his head cut off instead. Let's see here. Ah, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, and this is my review for AZURE Striker Gunvolt 2, a game that was originally released for the Nintendo 3DS back in 2014. But this version I'm reviewing for you, the lovely people, today is the PlayStation 4 version that just released last week, I believe. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but this game actually has that's right, two alternative titles in other languages. Yes, in German, this game is known as Weite Number 9. And in cheesy video game voiceover guy language, it's known as Mighty Number 9. Yeah, so not only are you getting entertainment on my channel, ladies and gentlemen, you're also getting some education as well. And yes, that is a joke that has carried over from my previous review for AZURE Striker Gunvolt 1. So since this is a sequel, I thought I would rehash some of the same jokes, but put a little spin on them, you know, like any good sequel should. So, what is the plot for AZURE Striker Gunvolt 2? Well, it's quite simple. Once again, we play as Gunvolt, whose girlfriend, who he's inside of, who's inside of him. Is he inside of her? I'm sure there's definitely one inside of the other one. Anyway, her name eludes me just now, so I'm just going to refer to her as the girlfriend. So we have the girlfriend, who is taken by a member of Sumeragi, which is the organization that Gunvolt is fighting against. You know, the bad guys. She's split into a million pieces, put into these 8 or 7 or 9 or whatever different fragments, and once again, as Gunvolt, we have to go through 8 or 7 or 9 different levels, fight a boss at the end to restore her, and then at the end we go up against the final boss, who is a little girl. And it's always fun to beat up little girls. So I was quite glad to see that that's what the final boss was. No, do not take my joke out of context. It doesn't mean in real life I like to beat up little girls. That only happened the one time. I did the sentence, I did the time. It's done with now. We'll say no more about it. But what makes this sequel slightly different is there's another playable character who is called the other guy. Yes, that's his name. For the purposes of this review, I am going to refer to him as the other guy. So, the other guy also plays through 7, 8, or 9 different levels, fights a boss at the end of them, but his storyline's a little bit different. He's kind of, you know, in a love-hate relationship with Gunvolt. He kind of doesn't, well, he's not his friend, put it like that. No, he's not his lover either. Yes, sadly we don't get to see any bumming in this game. This game has a distinct lack of bumming in it. And for anyone who doesn't know what bumming is, go consult a pornography website or something along those lines. Ask your parents. Yes, go and ask your parents what bumming is. I dare you. I double dare you. When you get home tonight, or if you're at home just now, go into your parents and say, Mummy, Daddy, what is bumming? And I'm sure they'll fill you in, so to speak. Anyway, what else can I tell about this game? Well, it plays very much exactly the same as the original. So you go from left to right, platformer antics. You can command electricity, other types of weapons, a la Mega Man. I promised I wouldn't mention Mega Man in this video. Now I'm going to have to wash my mouth out with soap and TCP and Vaseline and probably drink an entire bottle of scotch. And then I'll probably wet myself, then I'll shit my pants, then I'll start telling every random Tom, Dick and Harry that I love them, and all because I mentioned the name Ann. You know, Ann. So yes, basic gist of the game is we play through the game as Gunvolt, get to the final boss, who's a little girl, we beat the shit out of her, then you can play through the game as the other guy, get to a final boss, beat the shit out of them, and then you can play the true ending for both characters. And then that will bring the game to a lovely close, all ready for the next game, which they have literally, coincidentally, just announced in this last week. There is another title, which is a kind of prequel, where we play as the other guy. That's on the PlayStation Network, so you can download that, play with that to your heart's content, and that'll give you your fill, so to speak. Again, go ask your mummy and daddy what bumming is, please, 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 and put their reactions down in my comments section below. I would like to know how they have reacted. So, this plays very much like the first game. You know, there's lots of shooting, lots of blowing things up, so pretty much a typical Friday afternoon in an American high school. And I'm going to get some shit for that joke, I'm sure. So, couple of good things, couple of bad things. What's my score for this AZURE Striker Gunvolt 2? I'm going to give AZURE Striker Gunvolt 2 a 9.1. Dum dum da 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 out of 10. Well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen, my review for AZURE Striker 2. If you liked this, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me the middle finger. Please leave some abuse for me in my comments. Send some of your excrement to my P.O. box. And until next time, stay obsessed with gaming. And now, we're going to cut to some random footage of a gorilla. Because, why the hell not? Eh? Eh?